What's happening, Chief? You know, my biggest problem sometimes is not being able to find the balance between my heart and my brain. I talk a lot on here about emotions, about how listening to emotions can destroy you. And I wholeheartedly believe that. Doing things based on your feelings can be very destructive, especially if it's impulsive. Stoicism, being analytical, pragmatic, that will always help. But there is a limit. Because I've lived on both ends of the extreme before, and I'm sure you have too, bro. I've been too emotional. I've acted impulsively, bought things I shouldn't have bought, done extreme things, big gestures. But I've also been, quite recently, too emotionless. Only seeing things in a pragmatic sense. And while that has helped me in terms of getting progress and getting results, you start to feel detached from being a human being, more like a robot. Constantly analysing everything, trying to find out how to be better, which is obviously a good thing. But when you analyse everything, when you're trying to be the person who only uses your brain, you can't even exist in social situations because it's all just an analysis of values. Oh, I could have this pint with a friend, but what's that going to do to my testosterone? I could go out and have this chat, but I should be back home because of sleep. What about all the calories in this burger I'm eating? Is this person really useful for me? Do you know, it gets to such an extreme that you can stop yourself from just experiencing things because you're constantly trying to understand if it's going to be valuable. On the other end of the spectrum, if you're never in this state of analysis, you are living in ignorance, in constant ignorance, just consuming. A slave to your impulses, which in my opinion is much worse. Instant gratification after instant gratification after instant gratification, dopamine, 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 right? And just a little bit of analysis could help you realize that some of the things you're putting into your body, the things you're doing, the ways you're acting, is harmful. Because someone that never listens to their emotions, that is only analytical, is a robot, but someone that is a slave to their emotions is a child. And we need to find the middle ground, brother, because that is the elite. And it comes down to Stoicism. I believe the answer is Stoicism. And people get it wrong about Stoicism. They think it's not feeling emotion. And that is completely false. A true master of Stoicism feels their emotions to the fullest of the extent inside. But externally they are still neutral. But they still allow themselves to feel the emotion. But what they do is not based on how they feel. What they do is based on what is best for that situation. So that is analytical. That is pragmatism. But maybe, bro, sometimes the best thing to do is just experience. And that balance, I believe, is different for every person. Because it's all about what you're trying to achieve, bro. What is your life trajectory? If you're trying to be this athlete, straight edge, want gold medals, then yeah, you're going to have to be a bit more pragmatic, calculated and disciplined than someone who just wants to win a gaming tournament, right? I need more discipline than the average person because that's the life path that I'm on. But one thing you do need is honesty. Honesty that you're probably not living true to your path right now. And what you need more of. Because it's very, very unlikely that what you need more of is this emotion. But when you start making progress, when you start getting better, when you start becoming that version of yourself that's impressive, you need to always remind yourself to stay grounded. Because you could get swamped up in your own ego and then suddenly people aren't valuable anymore because the only thing that's valuable is the mission. But that is arrogance. People are always valuable. And I don't have the answer to the balance because I'm still working it out. I'll be working it out probably for years to come. Stoicism, finding that, mastering that takes years. But I know that's the journey I'm on. And I want you to join me. To use your emotions when you or how you see fit, but have mastery over them. Doesn't that sound brilliant, bro? Think about the amount of times your life has been hindered because you've been in a state of emotion, anger, sadness, depression, and you've done things that you're not proud of. Think about how different that could have been if you just took a few minutes to think. Yes, most of the time your brain is right, but never forget your heart. Say less, do more.